What is up, guys? It is me, Max, back again with another guitar tutorial. Today we're going to take a look at Troye Sivan, Animal. Beautiful, calm song. It's so gorgeous and it's just as simple. Because we've only got like a couple of chords, we've got this very interesting interlude. There are basically no fast switches or anything needed here, which makes it super easy. And we need a capo on the first fret, but I'm going to show you how to play it with the capo. But since I know that a lot of people don't have one, I'm going to show you how to play it without the capo as well, so that pretty much anyone can play it. And yeah, we don't have to keep on rambling. One quick thing though, I just created a brand new Instagram account. It's down there, link in the description. Would be awesome if you guys would check it out. But without any further ado, let's get into the song. So let's start by taking a look at how the verse works. It's actually pretty simple because we've only got two chords that are only strummed once each, which makes it super simple. And first, as I said in the beginning of this video, I'm going to show you the regular version with the capo on the first. We start with a G sharp. We put our first finger onto the 3rd fret on the 5th string, 2nd finger onto the 4th fret on the 6th string, and 3rd finger onto the 4th fret on the 1st string. Like that. That is our G sharp. And the second chord is a C sharp, so we jump from here over to here. We've now got our first finger on the 2nd fret on the 2nd string, 2nd finger on the 3rd fret on the 4th string, and 3rd finger on the 4th fret on the 5th string. And this time around we need to mute the 6th string. We can either do that by using our thumb up here, which I prefer, but you can also mute it by slightly touching it down here with your 3rd finger, like this. Still doesn't make a sound, but I think the version with the thumb is a bit cleaner, which is why I would recommend that. That's the C sharp. So we've got the G sharp and the C sharp. And now let's take a look at the power chord version for those of you who don't have a capo. Those who do can just skip like the next, 30 seconds. We put our first finger onto the 4th fret on the 6th string, 3rd finger onto the 6th fret on the 5th string, and pinky onto the 6th fret on the 4th string. That is the G sharp power chord. And the C sharp power chord is very easy as well, because we just jump down one string with each finger. So from here to here, we've now got our first finger on the 4th fret on the 5th string, 3rd finger on the 6th fret on the 4th string, and pinky on the 6th fret on the 3rd string. And once again we have to mute the 6th string this time around because of it being a power chord and us having to put our fingers on like this. I recommend the technique of muting the 6th string with our first finger. So we slightly touch the 6th string up here, doesn't make a sound anymore, and we're good to go. G sharp, C sharp. So we've got the entire verse covered. Moving on, let's take a look at the chorus, which you saw me play in the intro of this video. We start things off with a C sharp. We already know that chord, don't have to go into detail there. Then we move on to a D sharp. So from here over to here, we've got our first finger on the 3rd fret on the 3rd string, 2nd finger on the 3rd fret on the 1st string, and 3rd finger on the 4th fret on the 2nd string. And this time around we need our thumb to mute the 6th and the 5th string. Just like that. That is a D sharp, so we've got the C, followed by the D, followed by another chord which we already know, the G, and once again another chord we already know, the C. C, D, G, C. Obviously all of them with a sharp at the end, but we've already discussed that, like, I think thoroughly enough. Once again, we only have to strum down once on each chord, except for like the last chorus where we basically just go down twice on each chord. Nothing too crazy about that either. And the last thing we have to take a look at in the chorus is this little part here. We've got this teeny tiny guitar melody in there, which adds like a pretty beautiful little element in there. And we do that by putting our first finger onto the 6th fret on the 1st string. We slide up 2 frets onto the 8th, like that. Do that immediately after you pick the 1st string. And then we put our first finger back onto the 6th on the 1st string and go down onto the 4th. Just like that. That is it. And for those of you, once again, without a capo, the D sharp is played up here. So those of you with a capo can once again skip to the last part of the song. Once again, like, I guess 30 seconds, maybe, nah, it won't take a minute, 30 seconds. Okay, so let's do this quick. First finger for the D sharp onto the 6th fret on the 5th string. Third finger onto the 8th fret on the 4th string. Pinky onto the 8th fret on the 3rd string. Once again, we have to mute the 6th string. Go down once. So for those of you without a capo, we go C sharp, so 4th and 6th. D sharp, so 6th and 8th. G sharp, so 4th and 6th, 1 string down, or up, depends on what you want to call it. And go back down or up, depending on what you decided on, and go back onto that C. That is the entire chorus power chord version. And the last part of the song we have to take a look at is that little interlude at like the midsection of the song. We start with this chord. We put our first finger onto the 8th fret over the 3rd, 2nd, and 1st string. And let me start by saying that it doesn't matter whether or not you have a capo here. You play the exact same way because we only need those top 3 strings, and we'll always have our fingers on that except for the last one, but we'll get to that later. So first chord, first finger, 8th fret, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st string. And we only pick those 3 like that. And we do it 4 times. Now we put our first finger onto the 6th fret on the 1st string, 2nd finger onto the 7th fret on the 2nd string, 3rd finger onto the 8th fret on the 3rd string. Once again, we only pick those 3 strings. And now we stay in this exact position and slide down onto the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. I'm sorry about that. First finger now on the 3rd fret on the 1st string, 2nd finger on the 4th fret on the 2nd string, and 3rd finger on the 5th fret on the 3rd string. So we just go from here, 6, 7, 8, down to here, 3, 4, 5. And now it makes a teeny tiny difference whether or not you have that capo, because for those of us with a capo, we do this. So we go from here over to here. We've now got our first finger on the 2nd fret on the 2nd string, 2nd finger on the 3rd fret on the 3rd string, and 1st string stays empty because we've got our capo on there. For those of you without a capo, you stay in the exact same position as here, and just slide down like this basically. So we've like symbolically got our first finger on here and pretend we don't have that capo, and that is the entire thing. Sounds a bit strange when you're not playing along to the song, but that's the point. It's a bit off, it's a bit weird, but it's like super different from like everything else, which makes it a great part in the song. And you know what, guys? We are done. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If so, drop it a thumbs up. Helps me out more than you might think, and hit that subscribe button down there if you haven't done so already, in order not to miss out on any of the upcoming videos. And yeah, I've pretty much got nothing else to say, except for, once again, be sure to follow my brand new Instagram account in order to get some, behind the scenes footage, if you want to call it that, and maybe some interesting stuff, maybe some live streams here and there. Who knows? It's brand new. Anything can happen. Be sure to click on it, anyways. And as always, I hope that I will see you guys next time.